Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, big day. Big day. And you can tell too, because it says Mythic banner prediction on there. And we're not just tackling this month, we're tackling next month, and then also December. 3 months. Huge. Three banners are what we're going to be looking at for Mythic banners for Fire Emblem Heroes today, right now, because, you know, there's 3 heroes per color slot. And who wants to win a 50-50? But do you know what's even better than winning a 50-50? Getting sponsored to tell you about Marvel Strike Force. This segment is sponsored by Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force is the dynamic squad-based RPG that brings the Marvel Universe to life. Players can assemble powerful teams of Marvel heroes and villains to battle iconic enemies in epic combat thanks to its endless team combos and strategic gameplay. And there's never been a better time to try the game out. You can use my code in the description or scan the QR code on screen to get a free character, Agatha Harkness. New players can get Agatha Harkness for free just by logging into the game. You can also unlock other characters and costumes from Marvel movies, TV shows, comics, and more, like Blade, who was released this month. Assemble your team and battle it out in campaigns, game modes like Blitz, Arena, Raids, and Alliance War. You can even go head-to-head against other players, tournament style, in Cosmic Crucible. What sets Marvel Strike Force apart from other hero collector games is its focus on team synergy and composition. Characters' abilities often enhance teammates, especially within the same faction, adding strategic depth to every battle. Building a balanced squad is crucial for success and unlocking the game's full tactical potential. And to celebrate the spooky season, Marvel Strike Force is giving away even more to players. You can use promo code Halloween to get 100 shards for Zombie Iron Man, 600k gold, and 480 L2 training modules. I think the game brings the Marvel Universe to life in an incredibly creative way. Be sure to use my code when you download and give it a try for yourself, and thank you again to Marvel Strike Force for sponsoring this portion of the video. Exactly. Exactly. So, let's take a look. Oh boy, we are starting on the far left here. Yes, indeed. We are starting on the far left. I'm gonna just cut to the chase, okay? Look, I'll even keep that over there, so you can just have it there. This is my prediction. Why does it make sense, you might be wondering? Well, we have Edward and Ford, okay, alongside Embla. Sure, that's fine, it's whatever. Kind of meh. There is also Vale. Vale is here. Great. Maybe Fallen Ursula, probably Fallen Ursula. And then, of course, Hero of the Hour, Hresvidalgur, which I think is how you say her name. And then Maelkorn, he's here. Hathran, I think is how you say her name. Yeah. And then also Attuned Erica. Huge news, right? Alir back down in colorless. Epicmere, I don't know how to say his name. Jimbro's here. And then also Soth. That's what I think the October banner is going to look like. Okay? That's what I think it's going to look like. Now, why do I think that? To inform this banner, you kind of have to look at the future banners as well. But let me just break this down as simply as I can for the time being. The 5 stars are filled in where they can. You can see them over on the far right. Yes, they're all there, the upcoming heroes. Through current book, mind you, which colorless is in trouble. Yow! Colorless is in trouble. Blue is really the only fill-in that kind of makes literally any sense at all. Like, any at all. Green and colorless, I think, are special enough because technically it's Jimbro and Hathran's reruns, right? We know that. So you would think, by standard practice, that they would also have a new Mythic to accompany them on the rerun, making their color value that much better. But in reality, I think the color share that they have currently is really good. If you factor in the attuned and rearmed options that I have down there. I think it makes a lot of sense. Just me. Just what I'm saying. Resvelger is the only blue mythic from this book that we haven't had in a banner yet. So I think it makes sense to kind of pluck her in here. Unfortunately, that does make her not that desirable because of who she's color sharing with, necessarily. But this is not the first time that they have done something questionable like this. Sometimes they make debut heroes really unappealing with their color share options, right? Sometimes they do that. Not frequently, but sometimes. It does happen. So let's look forward a little bit to November. This is November's prediction. Okay, based on what we've seen there. Now, instead of Ninian, because I feel like she's probably going to be in the Hall of Forms, full disclosure, I think we're probably going to have our green fill from the Engage banner. Okay. That is what I think is going to happen. However, they could do this thing where they're like, oh, Legendary Ninian will also appear on the Legendary banner this month. They could do that too. I don't know if they would do that, but they could also do that. So I just left Ninian there for now. Okay. And I know what you're thinking, but Brian, the Engage banner happened after the Brave banner. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. Just let me walk. Walk with me. Walk with me, please. Okay. Pretty much everybody here who is a legendary or a mythic we have seen already is confirmed already, right? Neithavalir possibly showing up in colorless down there, as well as Healing Hands in colorless as well. And then Snake Lady up in red alongside Shez. I feel like that's a pretty strong option. Amelia is also here as an ascended hero in blue. I think overall that this is relatively just a reasonable expectation to have for November. For November. And then if you look forward to December, this is what we have slated currently. Right? Sigurd's rerun. We know Emblem Mike is coming back. We know that Veronica is coming back. And then typically, as they have done with the last several years, they have run all of the current year Brave banner on the December Legendary Mythic Emblem banner. Okay? So, if you're keeping track, especially if they ran Ninian twice, once for the Hall of Forms and then again on the Mythic banner that month for November, you can see we are in perfect alignment then with beginning the next, like the most recent Engage banner, the one that also had Aided Heroes debuting with Reagan on it, for December. Okay. And then keep in mind, that's also the month that we get the next book, probably Mythic. Could be something else, but probably a new Mythic from the next book. And then also a new debut hero. Again, a Legendary or Mythic or whoever. Probably a Mythic. From said same book, probably. So, if you're filling in the dots, you've got 2 new Mythics from the next book, in theory. for December. All the Brave Heroes, right? And then probably a little bit of backfill from Mythics or Legendaries or Emblems from October, potentially. Happening in December. Which is good. Because as you can probably note, as of December, we currently have no more colorless 5-star filler options, be it standard pool or limited. Blue is also looking very slim. Potentially only even one green at that point. Red has enough. Red's probably fine. Everybody else is hurting, especially colorless. So, I think that this overall makes a lot of sense from October to November and then December, where we have that lined up. I think that this makes a lot of sense for the most part. And hopefully this forecast will kind of help you a little bit. Again, massive amounts of skepticism, because it is a little dicey, right? Heroes has been very unpredictable. That's a word to use here. They've been very unpredictable with the course at which they rerun things lately. So it has gotten a little bit confusing. But I think we're in a good spot with this. I think that this kind of makes sense. It sucks for Rustfelger. Maybe she'll end up rerunning in December in blue. So that she can color share alongside Sigurd? I don't know. I would be willing to bet that we're going to get a new Mythic that month that is blue and color shares alongside Sigurd. That would be my guess. And then probably a new colorless hero as well. Whether it be from the next book or just the debut one for December. That would be my guess. Okay? But I'm not psychic. I'm not very psychic. So it could change. But this is what I've got for you. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one.